Beautiful morning, yes, I am morning man. And what? Okay, so what do we really want here? So beautiful day in Culver City, Los Angeles. Feeling good. Okay. So I think the big issue is in today's world, we're not 100% certain what we want towards what ends, etc. Now, why is this a big problem? First, I think this is an issue because a lot of us fall into the same tropes, fall into the same but basic ways of thinking. The new Lumix 14mm 2.5 is the good. Of course, gotta shoot some photos. All right, so yeah, so the big issue here is that like, you know, like all these unfortunates stuck in traffic, whatevs. I don't know, I think oh wow, light's really good. It's like, even now I'm like, it's like, what's my passion, what I love? It's like, I love the sun. It's to me, it's funny, there's so many religions in the world that praise and glorify the sun. And also for me, one of my ultimate stimuluses and stimuli is definitely the sun. I think actually for overall thriving, I mean, human thriving seems like a pretty noble goal, right? So even a generalized thought towards human thriving, I mean, certainly photography on your wrist strap. Actually, the Lumix G9, I'm just using the OG Lumix G9. Yeah, very good system. I think the G9 Mark II just came out, which is a good sign. Typically, I mean, not always, but typically one should always be a little bit suspicious or cautious about the first version of anything, because typically one should always be suspicious or cautious of the first version of anything, because the issue is with the first version of anything, oh man, weather's good, you gotta take off my shirt. Take off the shirt. Gotta absorb the vitamin D, right? Actually, what characterizes a free modern day man, if he could wake up, he could take off his shirt in a public place, is a new modern day flex. I guess there's an exhibition coming here soon, like close to the edge of the birth of hip-hop architecture. This is pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, for photography, street photography, art, life. Yeah, Culver City looks pretty good. So funny, all these people like driving in the bus lanes. I can't be stuck in traffic, I'm in a rush, guys. Well, the funny thought too is even our best friend Nassim Taleb, his one of his general thoughts is the only problem we could have in life is just don't be a sucker. But yeah, anyway, so I have some thoughts. So the first general thought is, if the weather's good, if the sun's out, don't be indoors, be out in the sun, because I think what we're seeking is we want like some sort of greater stimuli, we want some more hype, and there's nothing better than being out and about. It's even funny, even like my first job out of college, right? It's like, you know, tech job on Third Street Promenade. and half the time just I'm like just waiting for work to be over so I could just go out and hang out and take photos and stuff like that. And so I think we're all searching for like some sort of deeper meaning or purpose behind our lives, our activities, what we do, why we do it, etc. And I mean, certainly everyone has different passions. I mean, photography I think is a good passion, but the problem is most of us, we got these boring ass jobs, stuck in the office. You know, matter if you work for Apple, Google, blah blah, you stuck indoors, no bueno. Okay. So actually the true sign of success, my thought, is the maximum time you spend outdoors, out and about. I mean, general thought is if you wake up and the weather is poor and there's no sun out, just go to the gym. One of the upsides of going to the gym is I mean, it's just like you have the hot sauna, it's warm, it feels nice, there's kind of fun activities there. If you use does that one have light? If you use just yeah, weather's good, just go outside. Like go to the park, go on a walk. Even like, I actually think that some of the shit didn't go there. Like, man, I gotta maximize my sunlight exposure. Okay, don't walk to the shade is bad. Yeah, so anyways, just maximizing your time outdoors. And even our best friend Nietzsche says, trust no thought that doesn't come to you while out and walking. And so even nowadays, what I'm trying to do is, yeah, essentially maximize my time outdoors. I mean, some simple life goals could be like A, seeking to become the best photographer of all time. Up until now, it's probably been our best friend Andy Kitebasa, right? HCB. Yet the critique of our best friend Henri is essentially towards the end of his life he gave up photography because I think he essentially had penis envy of all his painter friends, right? Like, you know, he photographed Picasso and all those guys, right? And even from the get-go, it wasn't really photography I was passionate about, it was painting. And so I think his whole life he just wanted to be taken as a serious artist, but in his own eyes he never achieved the summit of that success because he had to make photos and stuff instead of what he considered the true arts, which is painting. I disagree. I think I mean, honestly, all arts in my eyes are equal. What just matters is just kind of like what kind of art you're passionate about, what you care for. And yeah, I know, I think self-esteem and self-confidence and self-worth, self-estimate as an artist is probably one of the most lacking critical things. I mean, there's several reasons. I have some theories. So first and foremost, one of the theories I have is I guess it has to do with like physiology and health, is that like most artists, yeah, I'll probably say it. Most artists are A, alcoholics, B, addicted to drugs, C, they don't go to the gym, lift weights, work out, B, what was that after that, D, E, I don't know, spend too much time indoors, not enough time outdoors. So actually that's why a lot of the artists who paint quote unquote al fresco is like out in the fresh air. Like was it Matisse? Maybe Matisse, right? Like he would actually take his easel outside and paint. Like much better for one's health and sanity and stuff, right? And maybe also the reason why we shouldn't trust artists like Jackson Pollock I don't know, maybe even Basquiat did it, is that like, to my understanding, they're all just like crazy addicted to drugs. And I think art that's produced like out of misery, confusion, drug overdoses, whatever's. Same thing with artists, rappers, musicians. Any rapper or anybody who's using too many drugs to produce their music, I don't think it's good. Because like even Kendrick said, it's like, you let the drugs talk, I let my soul talk. Yeah, right? So when people let the drugs talk, people just talking nonsense. Better to let your soul talk, right? I mean, for a while when I was living in Vietnam, I was philosophizing on this notion of just kind of like soul photography. The generalized gist of it was, yeah, I think the ultimate goal and mission is you just make photos which reveal a little bit yourself and your soul, who you is, what you care for. Even the word curate comes from care. So yeah, I think I mean, just some basic simple thoughts is only photograph that which you care for. Also, I think it's also a good idea to divorce yourself and not to care too much about the opinions of other people's. I think probably one of the worst detriments to an artist's self-esteem in today's times is social media. I mean, if you're on Instagram, delete it, very easy. I deleted mine in 2017. I had like 60,000 followers, and since then like I've been thriving like a quadrillion times better. And yeah, just invest in websites, your own blog, etc. For website hosting, I mean, a lot of options. I use an old one called 101. It's rebranded as Ionos, IONOS.com, and I like it. I mean, it's not the best, but like, it's worked up until now, so that's always a good thing. And also recently, without me prompting, they actually kind of upgraded their servers to have like a higher maximum amount of files. Good morning. And therefore, as a consequence, I don't know, like, I think it's always a good sign for any sort of corporation or things to, you know, upgrade things unprompted. Yeah, good idea. Ooh, look at the colors. I'm so LA, look at these colors, ooh la la. You know, a lot of people talk smack about LA and hate on LA. I think one thing that people don't get is, oh, LA traffic's so bad, blah, blah. So it's because everyone wants to be here, it's the best, right? Yeah, actually, contrary to popular wisdom and thinking, I think actually LA is very underrated. It's like probably one of the most interesting places to be in. Great for photography, street photography. And actually, if one strategizes one's life and lives somewhere well, you'll actually never be stuck in traffic. You could just stay local, just walk around. Yeah, rather than just focusing on moving around. Yeah, so anyways, just the creative thoughts of the day. Just think about what you want to become, what you truly desire in life, and just figure out how you could get there. Yeah, so for me, I guess my personal goals is towards greater alertness, inspiration, motivation. So that means more time in the sun, more time sunbathing, more vitamin D's, better, stronger coffee. Now the only coffee I accept or drink, Kim coffee, Kim Omakase coffee, 100% fine Robusta, straight from the highlands of Vietnam, all killer, It's like it's like turbo jet fuel. Yeah, turbo jet fuel is more what we need. 1 rep max lifting, hot sauna at the gym, etc. So yeah, anyways, always think and consider your physiology. Seek greater hype, artistic production, greater turbo thinking, and be in the zone.